I know how difficult it could be to have to come up with new lunch ideas all the time that aren't boring and that actually taste good that you're going to be wanting to eat over and over again. So today I will be sharing 5 of my family's all-time favorite lunches. These lunches are perfect if you want to bring them to work with you, if you want to bring them to school with you, or simply just eat them at home. They really are that good. Let's go get to my kitchen and let's go start packing some lunches. We're starting today out with these blackened chicken pesto wraps, and these are not your average wraps. But before we get started on them, I am making these Ritz snacks to go on the side. My family really likes them, and they're very easy to throw together. Just lay some Ritz crackers down on a parchment paper lined sheet pan. Now over the top of the Ritz crackers, I am adding some Rolo chocolates. And if you don't want to use Rolo chocolates, you could always use Andy's peppermint patties or York peppermint patties as a substitute. And then over the top of the Rolos, I'm adding one more Ritz cracker, and then these are going to bake in a preheated oven to 200 degrees for about 3 to 5 minutes. And then once they are out of the oven, just press the top Ritz cracker down just a little bit. This will help spread the chocolate out. I'll set these to the side so the chocolate could harden. Those are just really good. But we're going to work on the pesto sauce now. In this little bowl, add in 3 ounces of softened cream cheese. Next, add in a tablespoon of basil pesto and a tablespoon of mayonnaise. Mix this together super duper well. And I don't know if you know this, I used to work at a bakery years ago, and they used to make this pesto sauce to go on sandwiches similar to this, and it was amazing. Now we're going to assemble our wraps. So I'm using a large burrito-sized tortilla. I recommend you using the big tortillas just so you could fill them up with your favorite toppings. Spread some of that pesto sauce on the bottom of your tortilla. Then lay some slices of cheese on top. I'm using cheddar cheese. Next is your chicken. I'm using this blackened Tyson chicken. This is like my favorite frozen chicken right now. I just heat it up either in my air fryer or my oven. You could also heat it up in your microwave if you'd like, but use whatever type of chicken you like. You could use breaded chicken. Really, any type of chicken would work. On top of the chicken, I'm placing some iceberg lettuce and then slices of tomato. And then I'm going to season the tomato with a little bit of salt and pepper. That always makes tomatoes taste a lot better. And then roll this wrap up and then cut it down the middle. I'll put the wrap in the lunch container, and as you see, it fits perfectly. And in one of the snack compartments, I'm going to fill it with the Ritz crackers. And if you were wondering what the peppermint cracker looks like on the inside, well, it looks like this. It really is super good. It's kind of like really crispy, but also soft at the same time. It just tastes great. But in the other snack compartment, I filled it with strawberries and almonds, and you seriously need to try that wrap and the pesto sauce. It is 10 out of 10, so good. Now we're making these sausage balls over cheddar Orzo. My husband loves this one. So to begin, to this medium-sized bowl, I added in 1 pound of uncooked sausage. Next, add in 8 ounces of cream cheese. Make sure your cream cheese is softened. I softened mine in the microwave for a little bit before. Now I'm adding in half of an 11-ounce box of Red Lobster biscuit mix with half of the seasoning mix. You're going to want to mix this together super well with a meat masher if you have one, or you could also mix it together with your hands. I will warn you, it will be a little bit sticky. And if you have an electric hand mixer, that is the easiest way to mix this, just to let you know. But once it's well combined, add in 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese, mix that well, and then we are just going to roll these into golf balls now. So I have a sheet pan right here that I lined with parchment paper. I am going to be using a cookie scoop for this, just to scoop these into golf balls. But if you don't have a cookie scoop, you could just spoon these out with a spoon. And then once I have these on my sheet pan, I'm just going to roll them so they're smooth with my hands. Bake this in a preheated oven to 400 degrees for about 20 to 22 minutes, or until the sausage is cooked through. While that's in the oven baking away, I'm going to work on the cheddar orzo now. So to the pan on my stove, I added 2 cups of chicken broth and 3 cups of water right in there. Now I'm going to add about 1.5 cups of uncooked orzo pasta. If you've never had orzo before, the best way I could describe it to you is kind of like a mixture between rice and pasta. It's really good. I let this simmer on my stove covered for about 10 minutes. Now I'm going to drain all of the liquid in there except for about 1/2 cup. So I just left 1/2 cup of liquid in there. Now I added in a tablespoon of butter. Next, add in a tablespoon of minced garlic. Now 1/2 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Now for the cheddar cheese, just add in 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese and a tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm just using the little container of lemon juice. It works well. Give this a really good stir and let the cheese melt down, and then you could serve it up. And here are the sausage balls out of the oven. Now to assemble this lunch, technically I'm using a salad container, but hey, it works well for this too. I use it for many different things, not just salads. But I like to place some of the orzo down at the bottom of the container and then place the sausage balls over the top. And I do want to let you know the sausage balls and the orzo will last in the fridge up to 4 days. So we actually like to meal prep this lunch and then eat it throughout the week. So I definitely recommend doing that because, of course, it's not easy to make this for lunch every day, but if you meal prep it, it really is easy. Also, you could freeze those sausage balls and orzo if you'd like, but in the top compartment, I added a little bit of ranch in the dressing cubby just for some celery sticks and carrots, and then I did slice some peaches. Peaches have just been so good here in Utah recently. I wish they were that good all year round, but here's this lunch. It is so delicious. Now we're making one of my favorite pasta salads of all time. This Italian ranch pasta salad is really good. To a pot of boiling water, add in 1/2 pound of rotini pasta. Just cook it according to the package instructions. Once the pasta is tender, strain the pasta in an over the sink strainer or some type of strainer and rinse it with cold water, just because you want this pasta to be completely cooled down once you add it into your pasta salad. So, the pasta doesn't heat any of the veggies up. But now we're going to cut up our cheese and veggies. Cube 8 ounces of cheddar cheese. Next, dice 1/2 of an English cucumber and 1 cup of cherry tomatoes. Set these veggies and cheese to the side. We're going to work on the dressing now. So into this small bowl, add in 1/2 cup of Italian dressing, 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and 2 tablespoons of ranch seasoning. Give this a really good whisk. In this big bowl, you're going to want to add in the cheese and the veggies that we cut up earlier. Next, toss in the cooked cooled pasta, and I do want to let you know this pasta salad is just really great because you could add ingredients that you love or subtract ingredients that you don't love, so it really is a good one. Next, add in 1/2 cup of mini pepperonis and 1/3 cup of cooked crumbled bacon. Now add in the dressing that we made up earlier and give this a really good stir, and then there you go, your pasta salad is done. It is very easy to make. Just keep this in the refrigerator when you're not eating it, and I am just going to serve it up now. I served this pasta salad alongside of some peanut butter I put in this little cubby to dip some apples in. So I'm also going to be putting in some of these Muddy Buddies. I haven't bought these in forever, but my family loves them, so I just served them in this lunch. In the last cubby, I just added in a couple of those Rolo chocolates, and then there you go. This lunch is done. This is another one of those lunches that you could meal prep in the beginning of the week, and then you could eat this pasta salad throughout the week. It is filling and full of delicious veggies. Now we're making these Italian grinder subs, and I am going to show you why they are so popular right now. But first, we're making these chocolate peanut butter crispy bars. They're really good, and my family really enjoys them, so that's why I wanted to show you this recipe. Into this bowl, I added 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. I also added 1/2 cup of maple syrup, 1/4 cup of coconut oil, and 1 cup of creamy peanut butter. Microwave this for about 30 seconds at a time or until it is smooth and silky like this. Now into this big bowl, I'm going to add in about 3 to 3.5 cups of Rice Krispies cereal. Next, you're going to add in that chocolate sauce, and you're going to give this a really good stir. You're going to want that cereal to be coated in the chocolate. Once it looks like this, just set it to the side and pull out an 8x8 baking dish. Line the baking dish with aluminum foil to make it easy to just pull these bars out of the dish once they have hardened. Add that mixture right in there and spread it out to the best of your ability. You're going to want to let this sit in the refrigerator for about an hour just so these bars can set. But while they're in the fridge, we're going to work on the Italian subs now. Onto my big cutting board, add about a cup of shredded iceberg lettuce. Next, add slices of deli ham, turkey, salami, provolone cheese, or you could really add any different types of meats and cheeses that you like. I'm also adding slices of tomato, red onion, banana peppers, and now for the dressing part, toss on about 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 3 tablespoons of Italian dressing, and about a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, and then a dash of pepper, salt, and Italian seasoning. Now all you have to do is chop this up. This chopped sandwich is like so popular right now, and it's really easy to make and just so amazing. Once it's chopped up and well combined, just grab a hoagie roll and fill that hoagie roll up with the sandwich mixture, and then there you go. You could enjoy it immediately, but if you are going to be packing this and storing it away for a little while, I definitely recommend you packing the hoagie roll in a separate compartment from the sandwich mixture just so the bread doesn't get soggy. So here's what it would look like if you were to do that. But now that our bars are out of the fridge, just cut those bars into however big or however small slices you'd like, and those bars are just gorgeously delicious. Here's what this lunch looks like. This lunch is so good. It's definitely not your basic type of sandwich style lunch. It really is delicious. Now we're making these folded wraps, and they've been around and well liked and respected for a little while now, so I'm showing you my version of how my family likes them. So I started out by grabbing a wrap. I used the spinach and herb style wrap, and on one side of that wrap I'm adding a couple slices of turkey. Next to that turkey I'm adding a slice of cheese and then a little bit of fresh spinach, and then for the dressing I'm using this Primal Kitchen Greek dressing. A little bit goes a long way for this dressing. It is pretty strong, but we really enjoy it. Now slice halfway down the middle of the wrap and fold it over just like this. It really is so easy to make these folded wraps, and you could add any ingredients into them that you like. Now I'm going to show you a dessert version that my family enjoys. So into this big burrito sized tortilla, I'm adding a little bit of Nutella onto one side. Next I'm adding a little bit of peanut butter, and over the peanut butter I'll sprinkle on some mini chocolate chips. Now next to that Nutella I'm going to add some sliced strawberries, and next to the strawberries I'll add sliced bananas, and I'll cut it down the middle just like how I did for the turkey one and fold it over. The reason why I love these folded wraps so much is because you could get fancy with them, or you don't have to be fancy like me, and they're just delicious. I serve these alongside of a Belvita soft baked banana bar, and if you're wondering where I got any of these lunchbox items today, I'll have them linked in the description box below this video for you. I hope you found something for yourself today, and make sure you're subscribed down below the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.